Good evening. I'm King Mob, and I'm playing Disco Elysium. Hope everyone's had a good week. Hope everybody's made a good series of decisions. Oh, I can't help but see that symbol now and be disappointed, considering this company's now no longer with us. Well, the organization that produced the game, the company that made the game, well, they're still around, because, well... I do not want to quit the game. Let's get right in here. Back to the bookstore. Make some mass adjustments. Now 10 a.m. Let's go see what's on our list of things we need to do. Okay, I gotta ask about gardening. I will not be finding any booze and drinking it. Who put the clothes in the trash? Art. Let's go ask Gart. Yes. Who made the call? We got the secret passage. Smoker on the balcony after 9 p.m. There we go. It's been a week here. Still adjusting to my new state as someone with a functioning executive function. Well, that's a little wild. Do I have any keys? Yep, we have 3 keys. I have like no sub off there. Disappointing. Let's talk to Gart.
Let me handle this.
Let me handle this. The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
You don't say.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
You push the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Why are you so
aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
She's not wrong. A cab and all that, including me.
Fuck yeah.
Tall, broad-shouldered man.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What's the union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
What's your role
Like
in all
I
this?
already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What are you going to do to me? That's not the type of approach.
What are we going to do to you?
Cold laughter before
The union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right it is.
Gruff pump on the table.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people.
She shakes her
But
head.
we digress.
I should have to tie this down. Which I'm not going to do.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Can I help you?
So another thing.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Online
Yes,
dead. I've already
and the
talked about
phone
this.
company is taking it. Who told you that?
The trailer fall play? He wrinkles his mouth. Told you that. Doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let... Yes?
Okay, I already talked to him about that.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind the door? Point to the blue door.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. That's a weird response. Okay, let's see what I was doing. It's always a matter of trying to figure out what I was doing. Who made the call? Whose clothes are in the trash? Why can't I ask who's in the trash? Well, that's... Let's get in here. Let's do a quick save. The bowl. Spit in it. Reeking of tobacco. Look at these pictures. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and out-union placards. The hawthorn bushes outside. Have you seen it? What the heck is this? Well,
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
3%. It's negative 12. It's not time yet. Oh. Monica's titties. Here. No. Revert your gaze. Okay, I gotta come back for that. At the right time. Let's do a little conversation.
This is where you say your bit.
Broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective,
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
Medium success. Okay. Oh, yeah, I must have missed a conversation. Yeah, it's probably coming from her. Need to talk about the hangman out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time. Waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Shanky.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Glenn.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
Slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to say what else. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
What's up? Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
Plectrum. Car pick, I think. All right.
Let's call this one the musician.
Yes. And the little guy.
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing.
Someone who talks too much. They're missing 2 front teeth.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing. The odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
About 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
Sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
Of course not.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And
Points at the lieutenant.
you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
I take off now. Visual calculus.
Yeah, Yes?
Let's
I've
talk.
got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the hardy girl?
I am not.
He says,
You
dryly.
could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Huh.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
Excuse me. Her tone is cold and uninvolved.
This didn't change her opinion of you. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Maybe we'll talk later. Thank you. I had some sneezes. Quick save, just in case. I start getting punched in the face for taking some change. It's not the right time yet. So a quick little peek upstairs. You never know what's happening at different times of the day. Yep, we're clear. Okay, we're clear. Let's talk about the case real quick, Kim. I like you, Kim.
Yes? What do you want to know?
All I need for
Good.
now. Looking for a hardy girl. Well, maybe they know.
Can I help you?
Another thing.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Maybe you know.
Oh, hello, dear.
That's nothing. Okay. Let's hit it. Making some progress. Let's go interrogate the vigilantes. Oh, ha ha ha. Looks like, can I talk to the individuals? I didn't think I could. I'll wait here long enough, maybe I can, no. Maybe she'll pop up the thing about the titties I missed. I do like titties. But then again, a great number of people are fans. Who are you? Isn't that interesting? Maybe now that
What
I've
do
just...
you see?
200 kilograms.
200? Could it be the
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living
Possibly.
But why? There are 8 pairs of tracks in the...
We've all been through it. Okay.
The pile of Eternite looks stranger now that Kuno told you about his pad.
Why am I looking at this?
Because, unless Kuno lied, you should just be able to pull the panels aside.
Pull the panels
There
aside.
it is. You see a shabby little door.
That was dramatic.
So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look
No,
inside.
Kuno would never lie, no. Why would Kuno lie? Oh, I better get my flashlight on. Hey, look at all this. Could use some more change. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Whew.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However,
He points to the letter in the corner.
see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Volumetric shit compressor.
Finally.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Finally. Whew. Man, did I need that. What is this? Three hours and 25 minutes. Okay. Name after name and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Move on. The Apricot Company. World Games 34. You must see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corner. See if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts. The one you must truly complete. Yes, I definitely needed that shit compressor. Because my shit was not together. Ooh. All endurance white checks unlocked, so at least I got that. Piker says, get out of the way or get fucked up, Falk. That's very Brit. Empty tube of magnesium supplement. Magnesium supplement, you're rubbing your chest to live a happy, magnesium-rich life. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. I want the jacket. Give me the jacket. Yes, give me the jacket. Let's grab this box first. Hey there, Equus. Thanks for stopping in. That's the Fed, of course. Okay, let's get my gloves on. That's something else I do a lot. Got bottles. Because the ultimate form of mutual aid is cleaning up the environment you're in. Stop. Doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Postcard. Grand Couronne 37. Can't go up here, can't go there. And more bottles though. Because if there's one thing we're good at is just drinking. I want that.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
And the gun. It's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
What exactly are we doing up here?
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They are bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could
Not
be
yet.
that we are just exploring.
Looks around. Wind rustling is here. Yeah, not right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make some adjustments. Let's pull these pants off. Put on these party shorts. Put on these party jeans. Pull off these shoes. Get my savoir-faire up again. My encyclopedia is just whooping it. Just for now. Okay. Let's see if this helped any.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft yet crinkly.
Take the item.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
I would never expected this.
By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur-le-Clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
God, this game's writing so good. Let's just change things up a little bit here. Okay? That mesh shirt is wild. You look like the drunkest hobo murderer ever. Or murder hobo. You never can tell. But esprit de corps is not very good. So let's change this back. This mask makes my nose act up. I should wear it more often. Okay. Electrochemistry. This helps you do drugs. Okay. So this hurt my savoir-faire. This hurt my savoir-faire. Okay. Save game. Okay. I want that jacket.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Not quite there
Nope,
yet.
no, that's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast, you're a boxer. and you've climbed way too high up here.
Different text than what was said.
You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey! What happened?
I'm gonna take a reload on that one. I didn't see what the percentages were. Not gonna save scum too much.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings
42%.
is still caught
Okay.
on the railing. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Continue voyage through the salty air.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert,
Exactly.
capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Very good, Huntress.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Take all. Put that back on. Let's lose this disco jacket. Let's put a white t-shirt back on. Let's put some flare cut trousers. Yeah, I guess so. Troll cloak. There we go. I am a mess. See where it takes us. Ooh, look at this.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Radio's emitting strange buzzing sound. Giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Book. The Fire, Volume 1, Number 4. Or The Smoke? I forget. My French is not great. Someone with the coffee machine on. Standard office. The drawers seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse to the folder.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even
Muindi.
Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force yourself to go through the folders.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Can I focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
I let my eyes completely out of focus. All the shapes start melting into each other.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
Nope, let's do it. Force yourself.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters.
Someone who's not exactly literate.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, all items on the list have been crossed. Remember, Leo, all items on the drawer slide.
Another postcard. I have to go through those. I think they're just money. Ooh, look at those. Oh, visual, calculus, but a -1 on drama. Ooh, I will take those. Let's just strengthen what I'm already good at. This Dewey typewriter, the model's name on the back. Every worker equals a member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. Bottom unit. Demand democracy. Interesting. Postcards are safe to sell. Thank you, Equus. I kind of figured. But let's do a little bit of inspection here. You've already seen this one. Yeah. Handkerchief. I give him a Kitsuragi. One corner is adorned with lace and tiny embroidery. Illustrated to an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, and ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 1939, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the Eastern Bank is already fully renovated. Hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small bearish airship at the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. Okay. Well, I need to sleep tonight. I can always sell this rifle. A 4-shot military rifle with a wooden frame. Let's look at their apricot chewing gum. A gleaming chewing gum wrapper found in the pocket of your laborer's jeans. It gives off an ever so faint scent of apricots. Your mouth starts watering.
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark.
Cinnamon's not a fruit.
Can a used wrapper shrug? Seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. This is not about flowers or bark. What is this about? Why are you looking at this wrapper?
Excuse me. Just had a bit of a... House is haunted. Lights turning on by themselves.
Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with a Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
I will not. Hang on to it.
You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Leading intellectual organ of the Martinez communism. Oh yes, there it is. Radical Anazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. Allies portrait of Lake King Fristle with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head, because he's dead.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frisell. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Frisell?
Because Frisell was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip the pages, see what catches
To
your
your
eye.
disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
What is constant culture?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. Why they decided to title this one section Involda is beyond you.
Of course.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
See what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season.
No, I'm not.
Maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers.
I would never think that.
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
TTT, 3 T's. Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines: Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Wait, why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
I can't get to an answer I'd like to use here, so let's go with number 3.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
You're right, I'm really in it just for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournée is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Okay, this article says no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems I think so.
A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race.
Ah, he's a
I
racing
take whatever
fan.
they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international development.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
All right, let's see what bear wrestling's all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself.
That's very Dagestani.
According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Hang on, tell me more about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Gelezinski is well into his third decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness.
Oh, so, he's Putin. Gotcha.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases, woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively. This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Chute.
I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape.
That's very much the idea. President Kaczynski has long maintained that a strong body is the best defense against capitalist aggression.
Hey, Kim, do you think there's any chance our case would take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to partake in a bear
I
fight.
suppose that would be something to see.
Lieutenant seems amused by the thought of you wrestling a bear.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid,
smoke.
crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism.
Funny that they changed. I mean, it makes sense. You know, melding the revolutionary heart of French culture with the worldwide ranging aspect of Trotskyism version of communism. So instead of having Marx being German, make him French.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Very cool. Everything's in order.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta.
Of course he doesn't believe me, Huntress.
Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Well, all landlords are parasites. I mean, even the author of American Capitalism said that.
Ah, this must be Gaston's handiwork.
Wouldn't it be better if labor and capital could reach some sort of reasonable accommodation? No. Charging rent to live somewhere is pretty outrageous.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward.
Well, I mean, look at Elon Musk. He's just a big tick.
It's true. The rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of content.
Beautiful. I'm feeling good. Get some more bottles. I've turned it just basically into a bottle hobo. This is amazing. Huh. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Okay, let's go. This door is locked and cannot be opened from this side without passcard. Well, luckily I bypassed that through my athleticism. Or something. Collecting rainwater. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red. Potent Pilsner. These 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Woohoo! Nothing I like more. Get out of the way, I'm picking up bottles. Yes, it's undignified. This is the heart of mutual aid. Make the environment better. Treasure, yes.
Yes?
No, I know I talked to. I like Kim. I love Kim, but nothing.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads...
That's very French.
René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
This René works on the ground.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Need a picture.
Let's get going. The entire neighborhood can see us up here.
You are nervous. Yeah. Hold on, you great machines of quiescence. Well, yeah, because we're on strike. White pine trees are printed in the screen covering. It's like a forest under snow. Also, solidarity to the workers with CUPE. They're going to be striking, as they should. They've gotten about 2.5% raise over 10 years. And, of course, the former drug dealer who's a provincial leader doesn't want to negotiate with them. What's this little piece here? Wow. Hope I haven't crossed a point of no return. See, faded industrial lettering of the platform. Kvalsund. Well, at least I'm up here now, but... Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. These are my logic, but minus authority. These are visual calculus minus drama. Kind of pushing drama a little bit right now. Even though I do probably look cooler in these glasses. I need to put some shoes back on. Let's get rid of this bag. I think I've done, probably still picking up bottles. Man, look at that. Change. Treasure. Oh, what's that? Shipyard Heart is oddly quiet. machines are sleeping. Of course they're sleeping. Speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. I'm just picking up change. Industrial size thermos. It smells like burnt coffee. Burnt coffee is the boat. Musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Can't open that. I'll be back for it. Banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Why that?
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Any man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people and scabs? I would never say that.
I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then.
New world.
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Are you Leo, the one who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was it about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Well, guy tickles me.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up. Yeah, I mean... Hold up, who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Manana. What's up about this borscht? I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on over here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Leo, has anybody told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
What is underneath the red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
What's in the container over there? Pointed at the container spin. Green arm?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Like a fatted calf at slaughter, pieces being divided up. I know we're in the labor's harbor's empty, but last
most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What trouble did Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
Yes, and you're going to keep talking.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrard telling them to take some time off.
But what really did they do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this under hearties.
Looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Too rowdy. Well, Leo, what kind of fight did they get into? Yeah, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Evrard and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Evrard and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Evrard. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
I starts coughing. Do you work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Little man raises his hand with a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Evrard is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
There we go.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
With his coffee.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Hold on, who is this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Evrard put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, a.k.a. the gardener?
So this is the union fixer, the gardener.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
Little guy smiles at a starving smile.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
This game is so good. It's just like, it itches part of my brain. It's like everything I look for when I'm playing, like, my detective character in my vampire game. Looking for the leader of the dockworkers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Evrard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs and continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. Just want to know where I can find this
Oh,
man.
Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Points to the 2 joint containers on your right. Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
All right. Good little autosave there. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Special borscht. You know what? I'm going to backtrack real quick. I want to get back to the meth. Oh, what's that? Needs a whale fjord in Arden. Okay. Yeah, it's like this can't take me back, but can I take this down? No. No. Music's pretty delicious, though, I have to say. That is definitely his seat. I've investigated everything here. I think I really did pass a point of no return. At least a temporary one. Which is unfortunate. So I think the cook's living in that little room. It's cutting the borscht with meth. Keep everybody in a nice fighting mood. Let's go through here. It's the last spot to go. Some coffee? I mean, always gotta think about this. What's the only drug you're allowed to take while you're at work? Caffeine. It improves productivity. Stair of palace leading up. Ooh, that's a big boy. Taxidermy fish that tells the time.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite of his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods to you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Wait, so a giant novelty check at his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Wait, he knew Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
I see a crease.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it. I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
Crosses his arms on an ample midsection and sinks further into the chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
I don't need them. I got my bottles.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
I'm not worried. I got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Don't panic.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not gonna cry. Try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
I got a volumetric shit compressor. I can get through this. Check is so big you'd have to visibly carry it out to the harbor. Yep. That's why I didn't take it.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
No effect. You're some sort of stupor. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. No. Yeah, man, fucking great.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along.
He adjusts a button on his sleeve.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally go like that?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Music stopped. Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
And that's the thing. People always tell on themselves. They always do. They always do. People's petty bigotry always shows. A casserole, a rabbit stew, a hairdryer, or an iron. All domestic things. This is man's work at the dock, Mr. Everclear thinks. No place for a woman. No place for a woman. What was her name? Maybe she's the one. Just adding characters as we go along here, so. Joyce thinks the union is lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Lowballing, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Why haven't you let her in to see you then?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
You're underestimating me.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
You call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
Or he's fine, just testing.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However...
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips.
Of course he did.
I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everett over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Have another look at the folder.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt.
This is so good.
You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Absolutely.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
He looks annoyed. I'm getting him annoyed now.
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
The Census Bureau is my name. It says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Aren't you going to ask how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
I'm too surprised by the resilience that led some of this tool I've been provided with. Say nothing.
The big man peers at you over the rims of his glasses for a moment, then interlaces his fingers and rests his chin on his hands.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all.
You just contradicted yourself.
You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
What do you want?
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I know there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
It's not going to happen, Mr. Lieutenant with a slow nod.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Open a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Why don't you just open
Harry,
it yourself?
I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Slams his fists together.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi. and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is
Oh,
it?
no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
Moves his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Can you pull the hammer back on this revolver, please? But you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Yeah, fine. I'll look into it. Need to talk about the murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and you can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. What? Harry, how could you say that?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
This mean I do things for you if you'll get my gun
Damn
back?
it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I understand.
I'm gonna leave
We
now.
help you.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
I was wondering how I was supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Yes?
Oh, I can't leave through the back door. Okay, that was interesting. Hey, I got to level up. Let's see what I want to work on. What is this breed decor? Oh, that's cop stuff. What do I need? What do I feel? I've been doing lots of stuff with volition. Let's do that. Do a quick little poke.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I have some trouble questions for you. That's not too
No
trouble.
trouble at all, mister. No.
Okay. I like these little stories. Not the card's gonna open this. Let's see what happens if I put this in my hand and this in my hand. Haha! Take all. That worked as I imagined it would. Neat. No prompt. Just gotta figure it out. Fingerless gloves, but I'm gonna have these Ultra Series gloves, which is half light, and it just gives me half light. I'll wear those for now. Feeling good. Got my ass kicked by the union leader, but that's not unexpected. Not unexpected at all. After all, I am a fucking mess. What's this? Case of strike. Press button behind guard. Measure head is wow. Greater Revachel in Industrial Harbor. No, I'm not gonna fight him.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Labor Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He's such like a Cheech and Chong character. He nods solemnly and turns to you, a wide smile adorning his
Right.
face.
You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
And who killed him, hanged man?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Harbor's a primary suspicion, in your opinion, the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that
He
mean?
was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't
No.
the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
It's syphilis box. Ever said you get a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I don't know, some whistleblowers, I think?
Oh, say no more. I got you.
Taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something about a weasel and didn't like the sound of a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for all working.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Beautiful disaster. That's me. That's me right there.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
Yeah, you two smoked a joint, I'm sure.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll get home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Then take a big sip from this
He
flask.
means he's not going to tell you because he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility.
Oh, yes, because he's been everywhere.
They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Why are you
We're
striking?
negotiating our share.
Your
Aye.
It's not wages or pensions or...
This stuff, they already covered.
However much you feed the wolf.
The wolf always wants more. I like wolves.
How large of a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board. so they could
Yep.
take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
And two other tools in you, Mr. Tomorrow. Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
The stuff you do aligns admirably with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist?
I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. And they have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one, which may well be communism.
He knows who he is, firmly grounded, has no need to reinforce or elaborate his political identity to himself or others.
Sounds like you're a communist who just thinks he isn't doing enough to call himself.
See, I am primarily a lazy person.
Looks very amused, as if thinking of some private joke or mystery. Bossman, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing a union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That does seem pretty lavish to
He
me.
is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
Oh, this is so good. Call me Manana. What a great name.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Seeing that I spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
He spread his arms wide, using the reach to show how much time he has.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I'm a Bodero?
No.
Maybe.
No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide, yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time.
Reaching far and wide. I understand why this game resonates with people so much. I mean, it's so deft. The characters are so good. Good talking to you. Gotta run.
Yes?
It's so good. It is ridiculously good. And it's written by like a Lithuanian? Or something? Like
a lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
It's like I don't even definitely think they're not a native English writer or speaker. Just frankly ridiculous.
The woman still has her eyes. No response. Wherever. No response. Wherever.
Okay. Get where I deposit my bottles. Go put my bag in my hands again. I'm a bag man. Yeah, that's what it's all about. They aren't, no. Yeah.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
That's all for now. Just rolling about, you know. It's now almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, it took a little bit of a whooping there. That was not fun.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and
box.
The box seems happy. Droplets of rain fall on the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage.
Why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to
do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Canema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180
That's very slow.
kilometers an hour.
Want to roll over in the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Canema effectively a mobile power plant.
Those tech talk is really rubbing me the right way.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
Machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. He's a racing fan. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing there? Point to the end.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR18GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
Must be an advancement.
Yeah, you know it?
Just the basics. Cast iron blocks, roll chamber injection, dual chains driving overhead camshafts, 2 valves per cylinder, hydraulic valve lash adjustment.
Yes, that's right. I'm very impressed that you know these things.
A fine machine.
Yes, an extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
It's a drug's talking.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
You ever think about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
You ever get this case solved? Maybe we can do it together?
You want to help? Thank you for the offer. That might be fun. Let's do the case first, though, alright?
He glances at you and smiles.
He liked the idea.
Okay, let's move. That was fun. So many fun little interactions. Let's go. Hey, buddy.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Let's take... Okay. I have something to sell.
Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Okay. Have anything else
Another
to sell?
time, perhaps.
leave.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense Zweihanders.
Cool t-shirt. I could buy the t-shirt. Proto Bros, yes. Okay. I forget where we ditched the bottles. I have a lot of them on me right now, and I need to get rid of them. All familiar stories. Engine is gigantic. Looks like we're coming to an end of my gaming day very soon here. Let's go talk to Gart. I have a few things to discuss with him. Quite a few things to discuss with various people. Imagine how prettily they must blow up at the races. I prefer not to. I don't want people to die.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie? Elizabeth? Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Easy. Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
We'll talk later.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
He does not look particularly happy to see you. I take off now. Nothing new. I was able to get something new out of her, though. Let's talk to Gart.
Can I help you?
Another
thing. Great. Yes. You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
Okay. Can't. He wrote a letter, but I want to talk to you about those.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo said you're friends with Miana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
You are a chaos goblin, Huntress. What's in the borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Yes.
Borscht need more vodka?
Here's a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits.
Okay, it's not meth.
Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No vodka.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Anything else? Stay masculine. What did I get?
It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Smell the
The
ledger.
acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
I know. Silver already told me I dunked it.
If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it?
Policeman, it's police work. Following leads, you know?
Torturing your own nose for no reason is not conducive to case cracking, but...
Are you angry with me, Nose?
Yeah. Turns out your nose doesn't like self-indulgent literal shit huffing. Quelle fucking surprise. Come on, no more. The ledger is going back down, away from your nose now.
With the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment and something small inside? Light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so light, and something's permeables. It's the plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli with your hands. U4 sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Open the hidden compartment.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
God damn it.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner JM, only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right on. On with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop, JM?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Yeah, yikes indeed, there, Huntress. Really stupid.
So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there, only client that day. In perfect health too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked on a hookah, stood up, passed out, and hit his head on the table and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
He must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
What was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed piecing it together. Next.
Ha! All right. I'm running out of time here. I can revisit
Not
this.
much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Let's put the ledger away. Okay. That was most excellent. Still not closer to the person I need to talk to, but I think it's now like 2:30. So I gotta get to 9. So I guess next time, hopefully, we'll talk to the only witness of this murder. But we're making progress. I really want to go visit with the negotiator from the corporation. Yeah, I cleared Everett. Everett kicked my ass. But despite his appearance, he's got things well put together. But I gotta chip a few things in to make sure he's not completely got a read on me. So. Hey, Everett killed me in my playthrough. Wow, I didn't know that. I killed you? How could he kill you? It's nice and measured here. But, you know, I'm not surprised. From your comments, Huntress, maybe I'm not surprised that he killed you. You seem to be a bit of a chaos goblin. So, yeah. All right, thanks, Huntress and Equus and anybody else who might have joined us today. This game is perfection. I absolutely love it. I wish I didn't hold it off on playing it for this long, but that's life sometime. Everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, have a good rest of the week, and make good decisions. Like Harry here. Harry Dubois. Now that he's turned over a new leaf and he's had a new person at the helm and that space behind his eyes. Have a good week and good night.